Hello, and welcome back to the Woodland Viper Airsoft channel. In today's video, I'll be venturing to the 2021 BadBlood event, hosted by EMR Event Park in Pennsylvania. The objective is to scour the map in search of blood sample stamps to collect for our individual teams and hold strategic positions to make sure our team collects the most samples. And in this game, I will be a member of the Green Army, fighting the Black Shirts, Deus Ex, Marxists, and the Tribals. So without further ado, let's dive in and show off some awesome gameplay. I'll also leave a link to this event in the description if you're interested. As the game starts, I have managed to solo capture the main castle on this field, but I am currently surrounded by the Black Shirt forces and must stealthily eliminate as many of them as I can to allow my allies to push forward. I will note I'm going to jump around to avoid the boring stealthy slow maneuvering around the castle, so I hope you enjoy. As you see here, my SSX-303 was having a few feeding issues, but I still managed to take down some foes and remain undetected thanks to its incredibly quiet fire. After taking down some of the Black Shirt forces from the battlements, I decide I can use my knife to surprise their forces stacking against the walls below using the windows. So this part went a little fast, so I want to break it down to show what exactly happened in these mere 7 seconds. As you see here, I knifed the first guy in the back, but as I go to knife his friend, he steps back, just out of range, so I'm forced to throw the knife, which embeds into his plate carrier, that you'll notice him retrieve the blade from after I quickly draw my SSX-23 to take down the final player who rounds the corner into this ambush. After breaking a hole in the Black Shirt forces for the Green Army to push into the castle, I move southeast into a small clearing where Deus Ex forces are holding a high ground advantage on Black Shirt's triage, or mobile respawn, so in an effort to stir the tide of the battle, I take advantage of the Deus Ex forces who have left their flank vulnerable. With haste and the dense cover of this foliage, I can remain undetected and make easy work of the enemy. In this particular moment, I don't entirely know why this guy didn't shoot me, as I'm very obviously Green Army, but regardless, I was grateful to take him down before he realized what team I was, as my respawn is a long walk back. As I push through this bush, I realize that the Deus Ex triage is barely 25 meters ahead in a clearing with 10-minute active rotation respawn, so I decide to have some fun with what's left of their army before I make a tactical retreat so that I'm not spawn camping fresh respawns or overwhelmed by their entire army, as there are about 50 members of their team at this triage. At this point, some of the Green Army is making its way from the main village into this area, which provides me an ample distraction to take a few shots. I make my retreat and find myself further east in the valley from which the Blackshirts' forces were making their assault, using the green landscape and slow movements to push deeper into enemy territory. Along with the fact that they are preoccupied with Deus Ex forces above, I find an easy opportunity to start some chaos. After taking down my first victim, the ghillie sniper, I see some Blackshirt forces with dead rags moving south, which alerts me that I may be near their mobile spawn and that I need to make quick work and remain silent while I'm here. Even after shooting at this guy and realizing I was out of ammo, he still doesn't notice me, so I go for my pistol and find the same conclusion. So as a last resort, I retrieve my knife and try for a stealthy assassination. They say never bring a knife to a gunfight, but as he notices me, somehow, even though he has a pistol in hand and all I have is a knife, I manage to convince him to let me go as some form of truce. Honestly, I have no idea why or how I managed to pull this off, but either way, was thankful not to have to walk uphill and all the way back to my respawn in the far west part of the map.
It means 15 steps back. Green. That's why I'm being nice. I don't want to shoot you. I don't want to shoot you this close. I shot you there. Same. Here, you go that way. I won't shoot you. Deal?
After our sort of parley, I find myself deeper in the valley in accord to my agreed retreat and discover the Blackshirts' triage and realize if I want to stay here any longer, I'll need to push back up the hillside back to the Green Army forces before the Blackshirts' forces respawn, as they now are aware of my presence.
Hey. I want to shoot you. I want to shoot you.
After now taking down a few Blackshirts, including the member I had my knife ordeal with earlier, I know my time is running short and I have to move fast as I'm sure he'll be back for revenge. Taking a free moment to reload and breathe before my push, I can find some calamity in the heat of this war. You can hear the sound of BB showering the tree I'm using for cover, so as this foe unleashes the wrath of his automatic weapon, I patiently wait for him to run out of ammo before taking him down, prodding him with a few shots here and there to draw him closer before inevitably taking him down. A useful trick if ever found in this situation.
Hey, good shooting. I was just waiting for you to run out. Think I can hide.
Right as I'm about to take down the last foe for my ticket to freedom back up the hill, I feel a BB slam into my back as the black shirt I initially brought a knife to a gunfight with takes his revenge for letting me go. We ended up talking for a while before I walked back to respawn. Actually had a pretty great time before the Marxist forces ended up ambushing their northern side. This clip showcases an awesome grenade throw that detonated above 5 unaware enemies as I solo flanked the oil pipeline. Somehow, one of the members in this group claimed the grenade didn't hit him, but as I was using a Bang 22, which doesn't dispel BBs but rather counts as a 15-foot radius unless behind hard cover, it was impossible he wasn't hit. Checking my ammo reserve before pushing up. As I duck down behind these towers, his grenade falls into the trench in front of me. Unfortunately, I was taken down, but not too bad considering it was a push with the DMR against 8 enemies with AEGs. And after talking to them when I went to retrieve my grenade, they did admit they thought it was a flashbang and not a Bang 22. But I go ahead and let them call the hit and just walk off the field as it was the last game of the day and I was already hot and tired.
I was like, there's no way you're holding out dead.
Oh no, we got blown by the grenade, but it split it in six for all. We got two down and one for our village. I got the grenade, by the way. Where's the shot? You picked the fuck up. Everybody fucking picked the back right. Exactly. Huh? No, hold up. I need, Andy's back alive. We need to get the cover fire.
I wish I was chaos. So I'm out of it.
Thanks for watching this video, and if you liked it, please consider leaving a like, subscribe, or comment below. I definitely recommend this event if you are near Pennsylvania and have the time. I'm also leaving a few snapshots with the SSX 303 at the end if you're curious about its performance. But for now, and as always, stay awesome, and I hope to see you on the field.